Into radio, fresh, live, and local. And in the house, we have Let's Talk Antiques for your Wednesday morning. Gentlemen, introduce yourselves.
All right, I'm Ronnie Branch.
I'm Philip Scoggins.
And Ray Seckler is not going to be with us today. He's feeling a little under the weather, so looks like we're going to have it on our own today.
Yeah, we'll try and carry on.
Yeah, we'll do our best.
Okay.
We've got a pretty good show for you today. We're going to talk about, we're going to talk about a gold coin that supposedly, I'm saying supposedly because they don't have 100% proof, but they're reasonably sure that this gold coin was struck for George Washington before the United States government had ever minted any coins. This was a proof.
Right.
And he carried it in his pocket. And Philip's going to tell you about that, and then we'll look up some gold coins and we'll talk about them a little bit.
Okay. So a one-of-a-kind gold coin believed to have once been a cherished memento of George Washington made its first public showing since 1890 when Heritage Auction put it on display June 14th at the Long Beach Coin and Collectibles Expo in Long Beach, California. The gold coin will be sold without any reserve price, like they need a reserve price,
Yeah.
at an August auction during the ANA World's Fair of Money in Philadelphia. It is only the third time in history that this piece has been offered at public auction.
So it's been sold twice before. Yeah.
Research strongly suggests the 1792 Washington President Gold Eagle was expressly struck for, presented to, and carried by George Washington. Furthermore, in a 1792 letter to Washington located in 2010, provides compelling evidence that the coin was struck for Washington in Newburyport, Massachusetts by polymath Jacob Perkins, rather than in England as previously believed. The Washington President Gold Eagle is both unique and monumentally important, being the earliest gold pattern submitted for consideration as a United States coin, said Jim Haplin, co-founder of Heritage Auction, which will auction the coin in August. Researchers widely agree that it is almost certainly George Washington's own pocket piece. The coin was sold at public auction in 1875 and then again in 1890. At both sales, it was described as likely struck for George Washington and carried by him. In 1933, E.H.R. Green purchased it privately for more than $2,500, a huge sum in his day. Eric P. Newman acquired the coin in 1942, and it has not changed hands since. Newman died last year at the age of 106 and is best known for the most gifted and admired scholar, author, and researcher of his day, as well as creating what experts consider one of the nation's most significant coin collections. Since 2013, more than 19,000 lots from Newman's collection have sold for more than $72.9 million at auctions conducted by Heritage, with all net proceeds benefiting various auctions.
You can accumulate quite a few coins in 106 years.
Apparently he had quite a bit of them, yeah.
Yeah.
If you've already sold 19,000 lots of coin.
Now, that is some coins.
That is.
I'm telling you.
For
I
Newman,
wonder how much they weighed.
oh man, who at one time owned all 5 known 1913 Liberty nickels, today worth over $3 million each.
Wow.
One coin always stood head and shoulders above all the others. How could anyone with such a vast collection and such a long history of numismatic scholarship point to a single specimen and call it his favorite coin? For Newman, it was obvious, for no other artifact of early America connects present-day collectors and historians to our country's most foundational statesman more closely than the 1792 George Washington President Gold Eagle. In 1975, Newman wrote, "This coin is unique and that it was owned by George Washington. It is unique as the earliest gold pattern prepared for the United States coinage, and it is unique because only one example of the coin was ever made. What other American coin can command historical and numismatic respect of such magnitude? To my father, George Washington, and Ben Franklin were personal heroes, said Andy Newman. He considered Washington's refusal that his country's first coinage depict his own image on it to be an emblematic example of Washington's profound humility and willingness to put country before self.
Well, he was the father of our country.
Yeah.
Wasn't he? He's our dad.
In addition to Los Angeles, the 1792 Washington presidential gold coin will also be displayed in New York and Chicago, and finally in Philadelphia, where it will be auctioned on August the 16th during the American Numismatic Association annual World's Fair of Money convention. 100% of the net proceeds will benefit charitable causes. Since Washington, only 8 other collectors have owned this coin, Halpern said. One very fortunate individual is destined to be the next guardian of this quintessential prize. And they've got a web address, www.ha.com. And
That's Heritage Auctions.
Heritage Auctions, yes. So you gonna go bid on that coin?
Yeah, if I had any money, I would. But now, I tell you what now, Sloan and Kenyon's had an auction in April, an estate and catalog auction.
Right.
And they had a rare collection of 30 presidential autographs. And they had George Washington's in there. He was their founding father, to Franklin Roosevelt. And it was all bound together in a book.
Oh, okay. So this is all in one book.
They were bound together in a hardbound book. It kind of looks like a ledger, but it's not, you know. But those brought $25,000.
Wow.
So they had a standing room only crowd to bid on them. So that's money for some letters now. And we've got some coins pulled up here. Let me see. There we go. Now these are not this particular coin, but these are some gold coins from the late 1700s.
Okay.
You know, because like the story said, our country didn't start producing them. They passed the act in 1792, and we started producing them a year later.
Yeah, that's what I've got. Some American gold coins, and
so those would be our earliest examples. Would be 1793.
I got 1852 is the oldest one that's on eBay of our American gold coins too. So
well, the states
people are hanging on to them.
When the states doing their own back then,
that's above my head. I don't know.
I kind of think they were.
Oh, okay. Well, that would make sense.
But I've got a 1793 Louis XVI Constitution gold coin from France.
Wow.
And it's a good-looking coin here, and of course it's got Louis on there himself. You know, brought $895.
I've got the 1852 $2.50 quarter eagle. It brought $34,750.
Can you pull that up and see if they said where it's from in the description?
Okay. Let's see what we got. It's 1852 D. Doesn't D signify the town? I think so. I don't.
I think that's it nowadays. Okay, I got a 1793 Guinea British gold coin, George III, and it's an original spade guinea. It's 8.29 grams, and it's an F15, and it brought $563.
Okay. I've got a 1928 $20 gold piece, St. Gaudens Double Eagle, and it was rated a 67 and brought $19,800 on a buy it now.
Good Lord. Somebody wanted that coin.
See.
And it was what now?
1928 Double Eagle gold coin.
Double Eagle.
Yeah, $20 gold piece.
Yeah. That's serious money there now. these coins bring some money. I have a 1793 King George III, Great Britain gold half guinea.
Hold on just a second.
And this one brought $385 for 44 bids.
Oh, we got a caller on?
All right.
Yeah, I got a question for y'all here.
Well, we can make something up.
Yeah, and we would like to have answers.
All right, here we go.
Can answer
Good
our
morning.
questions.
Good morning, caller.
Hey,
You
good
there?
morning.
Yeah.
My question is about an autograph, not a coin.
Uh-huh.
But in 1968 or 69, I was a freshman at MTSU, and they had a freshman lectureship series where different speakers came to speak in the auditorium to
Right.
what freshmen they could round up. And one of those speakers was Gerald Ford.
Oh, wow.
And I decided that night to take a piece of stationery that actually I sold it in the bookstore that had the MTSU or Middle Tennessee State University logo at the top of it for students. And I had Gerald Ford sign his autograph. Of course, then he was, I guess, Speaker of the House or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of value do you think that would have?
I am looking. I'm trying to. There's a whole lot of them where he signed things with other people.
Well, that would, if we can find one when he was a speaker in that time period, that'd be a good estimate.
But at the time, he was about the age of my father and had children of his own, and so he was really speaking to freshmen from the heart. And,
I've got a cut card of just his autograph that $203 with 15 bids. It has a certificate of authenticity though. So
okay. Well, I mean, if I was the person that got the autograph,
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I wouldn't require a certificate of
you wouldn't
authenticity. I
need it.
know it was him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw him.
Yeah. So I'd say somewhere around $200. Maybe
Okay.
depending on what time you get it. Some of them are going for $150, but somewhere between $150 and $200.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Now that's something good to have. The wits about you at the time to realize that you should get an autograph.
I always
Sometimes, too.
try, when
Yeah.
I'm around somebody,
Yeah.
I always try my best to get one, or anything,
Yeah.
that I can get them to give me.
True.
I've walked into places and just asked them, I said, well, y'all got this free today. I used to do that a lot.
All right, guys, we're going to take a short commercial break. If you have a question, please give us a call at 728-1320. We'll be right back with more Let's Talk Antiques.
When I was growing up in Coffee County, I saw firsthand the need for good paying jobs. When I was county mayor, working with other dedicated Coffee Countyans, we recruited $240.6 million in industry investment in Coffee County. 2,968 new good paying jobs to Coffee County. I'm David Pennington, candidate for Coffee County Mayor, and I ask you to join me and help make Coffee County an even better place to live and work.
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
My name's John Hirschman. I'm one of the original 6 owners of P&H Rentals. Started the company 30 years ago when we saw a need for individual, construction, industrial, and commercial storage. We have trailers and containers for lease and sell. Our physical location is 2947 Old Manchester Highway, Tullahoma, Tennessee. My phone number is area code 931-273-4252.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
The day the Lord created hope could be the same day He created spring.
Springtime's here. It's a good time to get our air conditioners checked out before those hot summer days get here. We've been here for a little over 35 years. It's been our pleasure to serve our community. We'd like to thank you for Tullahoma's finest, and from all of us to all of you.
Thank you!
And we were just talking to one of our listeners about his Gerald Ford autograph, and while we were on break we were talking about some autographs, and Philip had a good story. He was telling me about an autograph he got for his grandmother, for Naomi Judd.
That's what I worked with Naomi Judd for a day, and at the end of the day, it was really frowned on when you're working in the recording studios to ask people for autographs. You're just not supposed to act like a fan.
Yeah.
But Naomi was just as nice as you can imagine. That she was exactly the same person she comes across as.
Yeah.
She was super sweet lady.
It's hard not to be a fan,
Yeah.
you know?
So
Like
at the end of the day, I went up to her and asked her if I could get an autograph from her, because my grandmother would kill me if she'd known that I'd worked the entire day with Naomi Judd and hadn't got her an autograph. And I kind of handed her a sheet of paper, and she was like, "Oh, honey, just wait a second. Let me go out to the car and get a picture." So she came back out with like an 8x10 picture of her, and she autographed it and gave me it was like a little flashlight or something a keychain thing that they gave out at the last Judd's reunion show or something like that. So
Yeah.
And the only other time I ever did that was when I was working with Kenny Rogers, and I went and ran around at lunchtime to the used record store around the corner and bought a copy of The Gambler. And told him the same story, and he autographed it for my grandmother, and he thought that was pretty cool. And he was like, "Have you had this since it came out?" And I was like, "No, I was 5 when this came out."
Yeah, it's
you
been
hate
a
to
while
make them feel
since
old when they're
since we knew when to hold them and when to fold them.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you worked with a lot of
Yeah, he was a
big celebrities
really nice guy too. I mean,
in the recording business. Yeah, you had opportunity to meet a lot of them.
it did, but those, like I say, the only 2 that I ever asked for autographs for were the 2 from my grandmother.
Yeah.
And I've kind of regret it now, but it just wasn't. It was something you weren't really supposed to do.
I wouldn't regret it. I wouldn't have any regrets about that. I don't think. So we're talking about the gold coins, and you've got some more there, and I've got a few more here.
I have got a listing here that's kind of an unusual. It's 1907, 1911, and 1913 $10 gold pieces. A 1911 or a $5 gold piece, and a 1925 $2.50 gold piece. And all 5 of those sold together for the buy it now of $19,700.
Yeah, that's some serious money.
That's a nice little collection. They're all mounted and graded too. So.
Yeah. So I've got 3 U.S. coins here. It's the first ones I've seen. It just says 3 U.S. solid gold coins. They don't have the date in the description. It says what you see is what you get.
Oh wow! That's
and then when I hit the picture,
there.
I pull up something different.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Oh, that's something else.
This is
That's a lot
foreign. Yeah, there's a bunch there. Good Lord, there ain't no telling how many's there. Probably several hundred. But you know, the guy's got good feedback.
That's a lot of coins there.
Let's see if he says how many there. Now it says limited quantity available.
Massive foreign coin
World
liquidation.
money.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. It says they travel the country buying up coins from estate sales and auction houses and dealer liquidations. And, you know, it says they pay top dollar for collections that have not been offered for sale before. So evidently in the coin business, that having them offered for sale means something, because they were talking about George's coin.
Right.
Only being up for auction 2 times before that, and this would be the 3rd. And I read another article where they expected to bring about $1 million.
Wow.
That's a pretty good jump from the 2,500.
It
I
is,
paid
yeah.
for it in the 40s.
I'll tell you. I've got a couple of other interesting ones here. Is an 1863 $20 gold piece. It's a double eagle, and this was minted during the Civil War.
Yeah.
And they were asking $19,500, and they got somewhere between that and $7,500 or $17,500 on it.
I like to have some of that Confederate money.
Oh yeah. And the 1929 Indian head $5 gold piece, half eagle, near choice, uncirculated, 1929. 59 bids on this one. Went for $17,300.
They were all over that one.
Yeah.
And it was what again?
1929 Indian head $5 gold piece.
A $5 gold piece. Indian head.
I've never seen a $5 gold piece, actually. You know, the $20 gold pieces are the ones that you see.
I've had a
You know,
few gold pieces in my hand. None of them were mine, but, you know, I got to look at them. You know, and I enjoyed that. Because, you know, I haven't seen a lot of them. You know, they're people that has them generally like to keep them.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah.
several like 1907 $20 gold pieces that go for upper $11,000. You know, not quite 12, but right around there.
Good Lord.
So
I was sitting here looking at these British half guineas, and they're going anywhere from $150 to $300. You know, depending on the quality of them. And now here's 2 beautiful uncirculated Mexican gold peso coins with detailed features, and they had 2 bids on them. And what do you think they brought? I
can't guess. No.
Mexican pesos. Tiffany, you want to guess?
I don't know much about pesos.
I don't either, but, you know, it's fun to guess. Anyway, I'll tell you what they brought. They were uncirculated Mexican gold pesos. They brought $4.25.
But isn't the American dollar much stronger than the peso?
Yeah, I would hope so.
Like, can't you get a Twinkie for about 4 million pesos? Isn't that?
Well, if it's a 500-year-old peso, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, not maybe
Fair
not
enough.
You could get a lot of them
Yeah.
for one of those.
Boys, we need to head to a break. Pay the bills.
All right, let's
Okay.
pay the bills.
The day the Lord created hope could be the same day He created spring.
Springtime's here. It's a good time to get our air conditioners checked out before those hot summer days get here. We've been here for a little over 35 years. It's been our pleasure to serve our community. We'd like to thank you for Tullahoma's finest, and from all of us to all of you.
Thank you!
My name's John Hirschman. I'm one of the original 6 owners of P&H Rentals. Started the company 30 years ago when we saw a need for individual, construction, industrial, and commercial storage. We have trailers and containers for lease and sell. Our physical location is 2947 Old Manchester Highway, Tullahoma, Tennessee. My phone number is area code 931-273-4252.
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
When I was growing up in Coffee County, I saw firsthand the need for good paying jobs. When I was county mayor, working with other dedicated Coffee Countyans, we recruited $240.6 million in industry investment in Coffee County. 2,968 new good paying jobs to Coffee County. I'm David Pennington, candidate for Coffee County Mayor, and I ask you to join me and help make Coffee County an even better place to live and work.
Hello, I'm Pickin' Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
And we're going to switch it up a little bit here, since we're about halfway into our show. And we've got a flea market that had about 2,000 vendors here in Springfield.
That is a big flea market.
That is one huge 2,000 vendors now. That took a lot of area for that thing. And they had a little bit of everything in there. So we're going to just kind of switch it up and go from item to item. And we'll talk about what we see and kind of see what they're worth for you.
Okay. So the weekend of May 18th brought 2018's first Seminole Springfield Antiques Extravaganza to its customary home at the Clark County Fairgrounds. This year marks the 49th year of the show, and the numbers are impressive. According to show promoters, more than 2,000 vendors and 10,000 shoppers graced the show despite a rainy start to the weekend. An event that big offers something for everyone, and shoppers had plenty to pick from. True antiques, plenty of mid-century and vintage merchandise, collectibles, and small repurposed items and bargain bin vintage items priced as low as $1. Dealers came from scores of states with a strong Midwest presence. Dan Fawcett, 20-year-old owner of Dantiques of Urbana, Ohio, offered transportation-related items, including a 1983 Honda 70 moped. While not pristine, it was in operating condition and priced at only $395. Nearby was a pair of 1930s era truck hoods, a Ford pickup hood with the 85 logo indicating it once shrouded an 85 horsepower V8 engine, and a 30s Plymouth hood for $295. Under their tent was a mid-century fireworks display from Michigan Fireworks Company, Fuse, priced at $275. Betty Kim from Toledo had been a vendor at the Springfield shows for 7 years, with merchandise primarily acquired at estate sales. A surveyor's transit is in the original case made by Toledo manufacturer L. Beckman Company was priced at $245. The company manufactured surveying instruments from 1875 up until the owner's death in 1945. The case for this piece carried the label of the service repair arm of the company, which was carried on by the founder's son until 1951. From the Pinkerton, Ohio area came the vintage Vice owned by Lacita Kenner. Catching everyone's eyes in her booth was a 16-foot cedar canoe from Canada, priced at $1,250. Lacita's husband adds to their business with repurposed items crafted from lamps using reproduction Edison bulbs. A 1940s Univix 8mm film projector turned lamp was priced at $110.
I'd like to have some of those Edison bulbs.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be repurposing them.
I don't think so either, yeah.
Because, I read somewhere that they've got one that's been burning, forever.
Really?
It's been burning. Yeah. It's in a fire hall somewhere. I may look that up here when we get a break. Okay. But, that's a good buy on that moped.
Yeah, the moped sounds good.
Did it say what the model of it was?
Yes, it did.
What do you remember?
1983 Honda 70 moped.
83, so that's pretty old.
Yeah.
That thing brings some. That thing's. I wonder what don't say what kind of. Do you see a picture? I didn't see a picture.
I don't see a picture of that one. No.
I was looking in the the hard copy, and I didn't see a picture of that moped, but I was kind of wondering if it run, what kind of shape it's in. But usually when you get them at flea markets, they need a lot of work.
Yeah, and that's if you could think to keep something like that, but if you did keep it, it was usually back in the barn where it just kind of rotted away, kind of thing. So
yeah,
keeping something like that's still working is it goes back up. Actually, that's a really good price for it, $295.
I thought so.
Let's see.
I thought that was cheap.
I sold my Honda 75 to buy my first guitar amp, and got $100 for my motorcycle. Which
I traded a 750 Kawasaki to Jerry Green when he had the furniture store up there. I was probably 15, 16 years old. I hadn't had it long. I had that one I can't believe it was a Honda. It's been so long, but I'll never forget that one because I got a PV Musician amp.
Yeah.
And a 1957 Les Paul Deluxe, a cherry one.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And didn't know what I had,
Yeah.
If I'd been smart, I'd have saved that guitar.
Oh, man. Yes, definitely
that
you
thing
would
would
have.
brought some big money nowadays because you don't see those things anywhere.
True.
But, we go through a lot of stuff when we're young and dumb.
Yeah, true.
I'd like to have all some of the stuff I got.
I like
rid
to have
of.
my Star Wars toys back. Yeah.
Yeah, me too, And it ain't been that long, so about 10 or 11 years since, I was selling, quite a few of them that they were, like graded 80s and, 80s and 70s, but I was I called that my junk. I was getting rid of my junk.
Yeah.
And keeping my good stuff, stuff that graded good. And nowadays, them things, they're like $700, $800, $1,000, $2,000.
Oh, yeah.
For the 80s and the 70s graded stuff, because there's nothing out there. People are hanging on to the good stuff.
People have realized it, and they're putting them back.
Yeah. And I just thought I was making money back then, and I made a lot of money on them, cause I bought them from a guy that had a 5 and dime store in Georgia, and he just had several cases of them. They were new old stock.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Return of the Jedi and Empire Strikes Back, and I bought them all from $20 a piece, just straight through.
Wow.
In the case, and so I send them off and get them graded, and they come back, and I just stuck them straight on eBay.
Okay.
How
well does new old stock grade generally?
It just depends on how it was stored, basically. If it was stored like in an attic where there's a lot of heat,
Yeah.
then you'll have discolored cards. But if they were kept in a controlled environment in the box, the things would have graded great. But they get thrown around, and he didn't think nothing about them.
Right.
He got.
It was just stuff that didn't sell.
Yeah, he probably didn't give $2 or $3 for them when he bought them.
Oh yeah, probably.
He made plenty of money. He was, he was up at the flea market just getting rid of his junk, and I had everybody up there looking for Star Wars stuff for me. They all knew us because we came here every month.
Cool.
Are we getting close to time for another break? Well, all right. I think we better pay the light bill then.
We'll head back.
You're tuned into your hometown station, Thunder Radio. Let's Talk Antiques returns in just a moment.
My name's John Hirschman. I'm one of the original 6 owners of P&H Rentals. Started the company 30 years ago when we saw a need for individual, construction, industrial, and commercial storage. We have trailers and containers for lease and sell. Our physical location is 2947 Old Manchester Highway, Tullahoma, Tennessee. My phone number is area code 931-273-4252.
Hello, I'm Pick and Rick T from CFC, best place to get you used auto parts and all types of metals to repurpose for your needs. Just take a drive down 55, see this handsome guy, stop on by. Check out our computer for hundreds of autos to locate the make and the model of the part you need. $2 fee is all you pay. Sign in and get a hand stamp, it's good for all day. Bring in your tools, get the parts you need pulled, and use a wheelbarrow to lighten the load. Pay for your parts, prices you'll be fond of. Each part's price the same, Chevy or Honda. Get exchange warranty for 30 days too. Swap out the parts you don't need for the parts that you do. Happy picking!
When I was growing up in Coffee County, I saw firsthand the need for good paying jobs. When I was county mayor, working with other dedicated Coffee Countyans, we recruited $240.6 million in industry investment in Coffee County. 2,968 new good paying jobs to Coffee County. I'm David Pennington, candidate for Coffee County Mayor, and I ask you to join me and help make Coffee County an even better place to live and work.
The day the Lord created hope could be the same day He created spring.
Springtime's here. It's a good time to get our air conditioners checked out before those hot summer days get here. We've been here for a little over 35 years. It's been our pleasure to serve our community. We'd like to thank you for Tullahoma's finest, and from all of us to all of you.
Thank you!
The Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester has been voted as having the best hamburgers in Manchester. Hometown atmosphere, historical memorabilia, and of course those great burgers, salads, chicken, and so much more. It's the Jiffy Burger on the Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester. Call in orders at 728-4452. You can also order at the convenient outdoor curb service. Hamburgers are made the old-fashioned way at the Jiffy Burger, Manchester's finest hamburgers. Open 7:30 until 9, Monday through Saturday.
All right, we are back and we are talking about this huge flea market they had at the fairgrounds in Springfield. And Philip was telling us about a moped on there that it sold, and we found one on eBay, a 1983 Honda.
Yeah, same as the one in the article.
It's an Aero 50, and this thing runs and drives. Didn't have a lot of miles on it, and the guy sold it for $476. And he said in his ad that if he didn't sell it in 4 weeks, he was going to part it out. And we were talking about that. You know, you can get big money out of them parting them out.
It sure can.
It takes a lot longer to sell parts, but you get more money for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And what other kind? We had there's some signs in there. I seen a lot of trunks.
I got a Picker's Paradise from New York. Had a 1972 Ringling Brothers event poster.
Yeah.
Sold for $150. They also had several other Ringling Brothers pieces. Owner Christine has sold at the Springfield auction twice. Shoppers found her excitedly describing her recent acquisitions from a pharmacy in Rochester, New York. In addition to counter displays and dozens of bottles of patent medicines, she had a Dalton adding and calculating machine reportedly used by the proprietor until the day the shop closed.
Wow.
It's sold for $295.
And them old medicine bottles, they bring in good money now too.
They do. That's what. Yeah.
And the Ringling Brothers stuff, especially, since, they're out of business now. What was it, last year? Or
Last year, I believe, yeah.
It was last year, yeah. And I got a 1972 Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey circus. This was an advertising poster. Had a clown, a lion, and a tiger on it. It was advertising, that they were going to be in the area. The little ones they put up in the shops. Brought $80.
So just the street or the businesses' window signs, man.
And there was tons of those things.
Yeah.
And I'd like to know where they stored all that stuff.
I don't know, somebody must have, or I don't know if that came out of a window and somebody just stored it because they liked them, or if there was like a box of them and somebody just kept them.
Yeah,
back somewhere.
When they shut the circus down, I'd like to know where they put all that stuff. Somebody's got it.
Somebody's got it. If they're smart, they'll let a little bit of it go at a time and survive their whole life off of it.
They could too, because I mean, there's what? God, there ain't no telling what they got.
Yeah.
Because Ringling Brothers has been around a long time.
Yes.
Barnum and Bailey.
Yep, and just you could sell pieces of anything. along the way as it goes.
They used to come into towns on the trains.
Yep.
They had those box cars.
There was a Ringling Brothers train in Tullahoma about 5 years ago, and I noticed it, and it was parked near a Walmart, and I stopped and I was like, "This is actually a circus train. I'd never seen one before. I knew I'd heard of them." Yeah, and they were stopped for something, waiting on a train to go by so they could continue on their journey.
So they were 5 years ago. They were still traveling by train.
Well, I think it was 5 years ago, which means it could have been up to 10. But
but I mean, still,
But still, it was really surprising to me. And I called my boss because I was on my way somewhere, and I was like, "Hey, here's a news story for you, Jimmy. If you want to run over and talk to them." And he was like, he was already on his way somewhere else, but he was like, "How do you walk up to a train for an interview?"
Oh, I would just walk up and ask.
You just walk up to the train.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just walk up there and ask them.
The engineer might not be actually the person in charge. He might just be the guy who drives the train.
Oh, that'd be fine with me. Just tell me something and let me take some pictures.
There you go.
But anyway, I got a, let's see, it says rare, 1972, Ringling Brothers and Barnum & Bailey. It's a toy circus playset.
Oh, I thought that was a lunchbox.
Yeah, I did too when I first looked at it, because it looks just like a lunchbox. It's about that size. It says Ringling Brothers and Barnum & Bailey Circus on it, and it's probably got some animal. Well, it says it does, because it says with the case. Probably got animals, a little train in there, and a tent. But anyway, they were asking $60 for it. They took the best offer. That's
surprising to me that didn't bring as much as a poster. It was same year as the poster.
This hadn't been long, since that thing. It was June.
Yeah.
So this thing just sold this month.
Huh.
So you give this stuff a little while. I think this Ringling Brothers stuff would be a good investment.
Me too.
Person can buy that and hang on to it. I'd get everything I saw. And I probably will too.
The hobbyist Marty Joseph and his son Marty Jr. from Youngstown, Ohio, offered a dealer display cabinet for Dumont Minuteman Industrial Keyway brooches. The Massachusetts company opened in 1945 and is still making machine tool todays. The cabinet was priced at $275. The Josephs are avid repurposers, making tables out of live edge wood and industrial pieces. Among them, a side table which paired a burl walnut top and a creamery base, priced at $465.
Yeah, I've had a lot of display cases, over the years. I've got one in my house right now. It's in a bedroom off the living room there, and I got it from David, and I got the lights working in it and cleaned it up.
Okay.
Yeah, they good just to put your smalls in. And just, stuff that displays good. And
here's something pretty cool that I'd never even heard about selling. Is had more than 30 street signs that were still remaining on Sunday from Bellefontaine, Ohio, that were to be replaced with modern reflective street signs. They were originally slated for the scrapyard, and Marvin bought the lot from the steel company and offered them up at the show for $25 each. He noted the buyers typically gravitate to signs with their name or some other personal connection. So that'd be pretty cool. It said on Sunday he had 30 left, so he had a whole bunch to start with.
I see one there that says Erie Avenue on it.
Yeah.
And it's a good looking, not a pretty good looking sign.
It'd be pretty cool to have
just put your little post in your backyard and screw it to it,
Have it actually be legal and not have the sheriff pulling up afterwards when you put it in your your street.
Yeah, just you don't want to go out and jerk them off the roads, but those are neat. I think David's got a few of those.
Yeah.
I've got a vintage GM Ford dealer, a Lima Bay cabinet here. It's 50s. They had $712 on it and took a best offer. The next one now is $408, so we know they got
Yeah.
more than $400 for it. I got a little Oakley medicine cabinet, riveted aluminum display case.
Wow, that's just a little thing
Just
there.
a tiny little thing.
Yeah.
It's not big at all.
47 bids.
They were all over it. The medicine cabinet,
Yeah.
they probably put some medicine bottles in it. It's not that big
Yeah.
for that. But it brought $408. Okay, now here's a good one that, person want to put in their man cave garage.
Right, yeah, this
You
would
know?
be perfect.
Yeah, this is a vintage Holley carburetor parts display cabinet. This was for dealer advertising, and it's a cabinet with 3 drawers in it, and a little bin on the side of it, and it's got parts in it, a lot of parts. But they had $395 on it. Took a best offer, so the next one down was $202. So I say they got 300 or so probably.
Yeah, you'd think so. At
But
least.
that's good looking cabinet.
Yeah, that's a really nice cabinet.
And them
yeah.
old Hollies, I used to love them.
Oh, yeah.
Holley carburetors.
Yeah.
I put them on everything, make them bump. 4 barrels. Okay. I got a, now I like these things, and I've had one. An original W.R. Case and Sons Cutlery pocket knife dealer display cabinet. It brought $202 with 12 bids. So I've got a drawer full of pocket knives that I've collected over the years, and I used to have them in a cabinet, but I'd like to find another one. Okay, here's a rare Queen steel knives. Dealer display, a wooden case, so it's a little wooden case. And it's a regular knife case, brought $200.
Man.
Another one brought $200.
Yeah.
And you can lock these things. They got a little
Yeah,
door with a glass in
the
it.
store display cases. Yeah,
It's a good looking cabinet right there.
It
That's
is.
great.
It's kind of surprising me to get $200 for it though, because I don't know. Seems like if those would have come free if you ordered a whole bunch of knives to sell.
Yeah.
They would have
but,
just given them to you for it. so.
$200. That's pretty
Yeah.
cheap for that case. That's a good looking case. And well, it didn't say how many bid on it. But here's a Coleman spare parts, another store dealer wall hanging cabinet. Brought $75. So those old cabinets, they're bringing pretty good money. Here's a jeweler's glass display cabinet, antique, small dealers, a little box case, brought $54, 14 bids on it. Now, here is a Lionel post-war trains dealer window display, and it's just the display for the toys
Oh,
that
okay,
they
yeah.
stuck in the windows. $152.50
Wow.
with 11 bids on it. That's a good looking display.
It is. It's very nice. Very well preserved. Yeah.
They had one just like it, and probably the same guy here. It had 18 bids on it and just brought $89.
Huh. Yep.
So
I guess
I would rather had that one.
you got that guy who really wanted it on the first one and didn't realize there was going to be another one listed next week.
Hey, that's how they do it, They won't, let's see if this guy put them out at the same time. Let's see how smart he was. That's what he did. He put one out one week and one out the next week. So he probably had a bunch of those. Now here's a Lionel factory dealer display layout. It's a 30 by 38, and it's in the original shipping cart. And I love that train stuff. It brought $210. Had 3 bids on it. Got another. This is 1954, an original Lionel dealer display. It's the catalog,
Right.
the display catalog. Brought $165.
Man, that's amazing.
And 12 bids on that thing.
Yeah. And if we've got you interested in this Springfield flea market, the next one's going to be September 14th and 16th.
That'd be a good one to go to if they get another 2,000 vendors.
Yeah.
Because there's if you can't find it there,
I'd say you could spend a couple of days. You could find anything there.
Yeah, I'd have to spend a day or two there. I'd have to go back each day, and because it takes me forever to look at stuff. Tiffany, are we about out of time?
I think we're out of time,
Have we
boys.
talked ourselves out?
I think you did a good job.
Yeah, okay.
Antiqued it up. Let's Talk Antiques returns next week. Stay around and stay tuned to your hometown station for more local programming.